town that just recently moved from Seattle to Austin. Let's give it up for Joel Dale. Joel Dale.
Thank you. I feel like maybe I should stop right there that you've applauded for me. You know, I appreciate it. I just stop because then I can tell my friends, they're like, how'd your set go? I'd be like, well, they clapped from the beginning to the end. Like all the way through the entire thing. And it would be the truth. I wouldn't even, it would be the truth, right? I mean, isn't that how that, isn't there like a saying, like the closer you stay at the truth, the more you're allowed to lie? Isn't that like a proverb or something? It should be. It's Fruit Bowl. I wore pineapple socks in honor of it. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Pineapple socks in honor of that. So let's get into some gay shit. Okay, my boyfriend used to be confined to a wheelchair. He still is. I just broke up with him. That's the used to part. I phrase it that way because it sounds more hopeful. You know, people kind of get weird when I say I dumped a cripple. You know, they don't like it. I dumped a cripple. They make weird faces. I don't know what it is. Usually, though, when I tell people that I dated a guy in a wheelchair, their eyes will glaze over, and they kind of get this sense of wonderment and confusion because suddenly they have questions that they didn't expect to have. Right? And I know what that feels like because the same thing happens to me every time I flush the toilet in an airplane. You know, I flush it and I look, and I'm just like this confusion comes over my face, and I just have this question, where does it go? Which ironically is the exact same question people have when they find out I dated a guy in a wheelchair. Where does it go? So I'll tell you where it goes. It goes in the mouth. It goes in the mouth. When I was growing up and I was watching comedians do material, they would always talk about dating. Guys would talk about their girlfriends and like taking forever in the bathroom, and does this shirt make me look fat, that kind of stuff. And I was like, you know, I'm dating a guy in a wheelchair. Does that even apply to me? Does that even make sense? Let me tell you, paraplegics take for fucking ever in the bathroom. You know, I was like, hey, we're running late. Well, you know, your bathroom's narrow and my chair has trouble maneuvering. You said 6:30! Or does this shirt make me look fat? No, dear, you just don't have control of your abdominal muscles. God. I know that sounds harsh. I know. I see people covering their faces. They don't want to enjoy that. It sounds harsh, I understand. But you have to talk to them like normal people. They like that. And if at this point you're like, I bet that guy's single, you would be right. No, when you date someone in a chair, you have to make adjustments, okay? You do. You have to make adjustments. Like, for instance, I am 6'4" from head to toe. And he's 4'3" from head to wheel. And that's the first thing. Like, the language has to change. You have to change the words, like, because his feet don't touch the ground, so it's head to wheel, right? And dating a guy in a wheelchair is like dating a Smurf. You know, how does it work? Oh, Smurfy! You know, it's accurate, but it sounds weird. So I do actually have trouble dating because I am a gay man, but I don't like anal sex. And that makes it difficult because it's kind of popular. Like, maybe you've heard of this phenomenon, gay men having anal sex. It's, you know, it's so popular, straight people do it. Like, I have a friend, he's like, I couldn't date a girl unless she'd let me put it in her butt once a month. Right? It's so popular, it cannot be contained by the gay community. Anal sex is like trying to herd chickens, just like trying to keep it in, and then just a butt fucker just kind of escapes every so often. You know, okay, just go to the straight people. So, you know, when I tell guys that I don't like anal sex, you know, they'll just, oh, sorry, I should say, there is a term for someone like me, and the word is side, and some of you may have heard that term. It is a new term. There's top, there's bottom, and then there's side. It's better than the old term, outcast. Because when I tell guys that I don't like anal sex, they'll just turn and walk away because, you know, they all want some of this, and I don't want to give them any of this, right? But I have a lot of digestion problems, so I have to get colonoscopies regularly, which is like some kind of twisted fucking form of irony. because I have to do this and I don't want to do it at all. And it's a lot more expensive. A lot more expensive. I'm like an albatross, you know, I'm a bad omen. I go into the bar and the guys will look at me and they're like, that's that guy that doesn't like anal sex, that's him. That's the guy that doesn't like anal sex. And then they look at each other to figure out which one's gonna die that night. Because that's the power I wield. It's got to the point where the next guy I date, I'm just gonna let him hold the camera at my colonoscopy as a compromise. You know, it's a win-win situation. He gets a little of this and I get to find out if I have polyps. Like that, you know, there's no losers here. There are no losers in that situation. Dating a guy in a chair, you know, it's good because I like oral sex. I'm okay with that. And, you know, I was kind of excited about dating a guy in a chair because you know how they say, like, people who are blind, they kind of overcompensate with their hearing, they get more acute hearing. So I was like, if you don't have control of your limbs, if you can't use them, maybe, possibly, just maybe, do I have to go there? Do I really have to go there? It's just kind of gotten to the point, though, like I would get depressed, and I started sending myself emails as if they were from voluptuous others. And it went really well until I sent myself a photo, and then I didn't hear from me ever again. Okay, that's my time. Thank you. I'm Joel Dale.
Joel Dale, all the way from Seattle to Austin. Yeah, let's give it up for him. That's great. That's great. Yeah. Oh man, let's keep this comedy train going. Woo woo. Oh, I love doing that. Side note, I'm assistant directing for an improv show called Click Click Whir, which is a steampunk show.